Right. So it's basically an all-around game, sir, and it's a
Yeah.
complete package itself. So
Yes, exactly. That's it. It's the thing of why create one game where you can have one aspect when you can take bits from every single little thing and gel them all into one so that everyone is happy in every aspect of this game.
right, right. So, sir, talk about the Pikamoon launch. How did it go?
Right, so the launch, of course,
Hey guys, how are you? We have a special guest today. We have the co-founder of Pikamoon, guys. The best project right now. We all know we bought a lot of Pika tokens, and for those of you who didn't yet bought Pika, I encourage you to buy Pika because it will go to the moon, guys. Okay, so please introduce yourself, sir.
Yes, my name is Nix. I am one of the co-founders at Pikamoon, and we are here to change the gaming narrative, which is in crypto, Web3, and hopefully mass adopt worldwide as we head straight into this next bull market. But it's great to be here. Thank you so much for having us on your show. It's an absolute pleasure, my friend.
Thank you, sir. So, for my first question, because many are asking me, you guys often compare yourself to Illuvium, Axie, and Sandbox. Why is this, and how are you going to outcompete them?
Yes, of course, that is a great question to start us off with. And of course, we believe we are the next big thing. Now, most of our investors who invested in the pre-sale have already seen a percentage gain of around about 300%. But to compare ourselves to people like the Sandbox, Illuvium, like you've said, we've obviously got to have some massive backing. And the reason we have done that is because such games like Illuvium, they actually took 2 years to bring out their beta. And that is something which we actually did in a 6-month period. So even before we started going live with our token, we had a game on the Google Play, the App Store, and we already had characters integrated in a 3D model immersion so people could see, obviously, we are here to stay. Now, of course, when you really think about that, we are actually trading at around about 100 million market cap. And that is around about 50 to 100x of some of the biggest competitors in the Web3 gaming space. And for us to really be able to say that we want to be the likes of these big names, in around about, I think it's 10 days now, we're going to release one of the biggest cinematic trailers, which has gone live. And when Illuvium did this, they rose to a $1.4 million market cap in the last bull run. And this is just something that we believe we are the next stage. We've got a community of already 17,000 and 500 plus who are already behind us, and we have some massive marketing campaigns to go live to actually compete with some of these big games. And what we did was we built in the bear market so we can rise in the bull market. And this is something that we believe is the next stage, because we've proven ourselves in the worst time probably ever has been seen in crypto. And these other competitors have already been around for one bull cycle. And what normally happens in each crypto cycle is a brand new tech comes out, a brand new game, and they come and they compete with some of the biggest games in the space. And that is exactly what Pikamoon is going to do.
Wow, sir, that is very detailed and precise. Guys, if you're listening, please like the video and comment down below about your thoughts as well. So I really admire that answer. And sir, regarding Pikamoon as well, I have a second question, if it's okay to ask.
Yeah, of course, ask away. We're ready to answer any and all questions.
Where do you see the GameFi sector going?
So, is that in terms of the whole crypto space?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, cool. So for us, I've been in crypto since around about 2017. I was also a big GameFi player back in the day. I actually was 52nd in the entire FIFA Interactive World Cup out of around 256,000 people. And the reason that I'm actually saying that is because from that point on and around about, I think it was the 2016 years, we've actually gone on to grow in a world where you can now play to earn. And that is something which has been around for a very long time, such as there would be big warehouse events, which is exactly what Pikamoon is going to do as well. But you could see the FIFA Interactive World Cups, the Call of Duty games, where they have massive events and you can win $500,000 in prizes. Now imagine that, but on a system where you can play every single day. And this is exactly where the world is going. For instance, myself, you, we both know that there's so many ways to create a passive income while being at home, you know, behind a computer, on a PC, iPhone. And this is where Pikamoon plans to go as well, because I believe that the next big sector in crypto is going to be GameFi. For instance, it's easy to understand, it's easy to educate and onboard, and the mass adoption will come from that backing. Because when you think about it, if somebody who doesn't really understand crypto can say, right, if you go and play this game, you're going to earn money. And if you can try and create an aspect where it's almost like for instance, our game, we've created a back end, so there's going to be 0 fees within the game, which will be exactly the same as playing Warzone on Call of Duty. But the difference is with us, you'll be actually playing to earn in a metaverse as big as Fortnite. And that, for me, is what people are now looking for. We've seen the games where you can just play to earn, to create a passive income. Now what people want is a fun game, a 3D world immersive, being multiplayer, with a campaign system and an NFT integrated marketplace, which we actually will have behind us. But in the entire crypto space, we believe it's going to probably be the biggest run crypto has ever seen. And this is also to do with the likes of big institutions coming into the space. You know, you see people like Grand Theft Auto and Pokemon and all these other big games trying to get into the narrative, which is crypto already. So what we've tried to do is front run them to make sure we're a step ahead and create mass adoption from Web 2 to Web 3.
Right. So it's basically an all-around game, sir, and it's a complete package itself. So
yes, exactly. That's it. It's the thing of why create one game where you can have one aspect when you can take bits from every single little thing and gel them all into one, so that everyone is happy in every aspect of this game.
Right, right. So, sir, talk about the Pikamoon launch. How did it go?
Right, so the launch, of course, I did say earlier, we actually rose from pre-sale price to around about 300%, which from a pre-sale, in our eyes, is just unmanageable, because a lot of the people that invested in Pikamoon had actually invested in other previous projects that had rug pulled, they had dipped straight on launch, they saw no revenue or any sort of stability from the ecosystem, which is exactly what we wanted to do. Like, we are doxed, we're fully transparent, and we wanted to be able to bring a community that was happy with the team they were behind. Because, for instance, let's say tomorrow the market dropped. Now, what you've got to do with your community is to be able to convince them that no matter what happens, we are the team that they should stick by. And the amount of messages that I actually saw after we launched of thank you, you know, it's so good to be in a project that actually isn't just here to make gains, they're here to make a difference. Mass adopt worldwide, bring in transparency, trust back to Web3. Because for me, I'm sure as you know as well, like when we first got into crypto, it's almost like, who do I ask? Is this what somebody's actually telling me? So what we want to actually do is guide people in the correct way to actually help them on board into the right areas. And for instance, with the pre-sale, the way we did it is we didn't try to mass adopt or tell people to buy. We just showed them the information that was in front of them to show that we are the correct team to go with. And when we actually did a 60-day countdown for our last pre-sale price, we sold out in 5 days. So we raised another $1.6 million in around 5 days, which was obviously just magnitude. And the reason we did it at that point was to now guide people into the bull market, which is coming, so that they are ready and they are coming into crypto at the correct time. Because we both know if you buy a top, it's definitely not going to make you the happiest person in crypto. But if you're buying at the bottom, you're going to be a lot more positive. You're going to want to understand what Web3 is all about.
All right. Okay. Understand. So, sir, what's happening in terms of game development right now?
Yeah, so of course, what we want to do is we want to bring in such things like the FIFA Ultimate Team Marketplace, the Fortnite multiplayer online mass effect of where you can free roam the whole metaverse. Then you've also got the campaign mode where you can actually create a story and enjoy the actual likeness of a Web2 game. But right now, what we are developing is a cinematic trailer so that everyone can get a bigger visual image of what this metaverse will look like when they're earning inside this phenomenon, which is going to be Drava. And we've actually gone and we've created around about 254 NFTs. So we've actually got an NFT collection, which is 27,018, which is already fully sold
available already or not? Not yet.
No, they're all sold out. They've already sold out.
Right.
So they'll be going live on OpenSea, Magic Eden, on our own in-game marketplace. And we have our beta on the Google Play and App Store. We have currently a 10k cash prize pool for the top 100 players. So if you wanted to download that, there is a beta which you can test. And there is actually just 6 characters of the 3D version, which you can actually go and test out. And it's kind of a chess narrative of where you take your turn, the other person has their go, but you have the defense option, the attack, then you have a better attack. So it is very strategic. And it is thing, if I was going to play you might be winning with your first 2 characters, but I could still come around with my, let's say, called queen of the chessboard, and then take out every single individual opponent that which you still have. So what we're doing at the moment is we're adding music effects, sound effects, integrating more characters, bringing the whole metaverse to everyone's viewable eyes. And this will be playable on a PC because, as you know, being probably a gamer yourself, you get better visual graphics and images on a PC. Definitely. And this is something that we are going to integrate. So make sure you've got a mouse, make sure you've got your keyboards at the ready, because it is going to be very much who is the best player. And we've been updating the ELO rating at the moment, and we've currently got around about 11k plus players which are actually playing online and trying to gain this cash prize pool. But as we move forward, we'll be doing massive warehouse events, meetups, where we'll actually create an actual scenario where I'll be playing you. We'll actually probably invite yourself to come and play this game. So a lot of these people have joined and created their own wealth from being in Pika, from playing the game and actually a play to earn aspect. We actually might even be able to get to play you in person, which will be absolutely amazing. So yeah, that's where we're going. We've obviously just got started. We currently have our game development student in Pakistan, and the reason that is because we wanted to keep costs to a minimum. And as you probably know, everything these days costs tenfold. Everything's increasing in price. So for us, it was, how can we make sure that the longevity of Pikamoon succeeds even if the crypto market isn't stable, or if it does flourish or decrease? Because for us, as long as we can keep building to create the number 1 game, it doesn't matter what happens to the token price. But with that building and creating longevity, it will only succeed and create those X's that everybody wants to see. And we will be the number 1 game in Web3.
Definitely, sir. I agree with that. I think you'll be the number 1 game in Web3. So,
exactly.
How do you plan to grow Pikamoon longer?
Yeah, of course. So, for instance, for us, it's about indulging into worldwide nationalities. So, for instance, just like how we're speaking in a completely different environment. For instance, I'm currently in Dubai and you're in somebody else in the world, and we've got some other influencers that are also in different areas. And the reason that I'm saying this is because it's very easy to stay connected with what you know. Whereas what we wanted to do was dive into South America, Korea, Europe, America, England, Asia, India, And that is what we are already doing. For instance, we're currently setting up a partnership in Spain and Portugal, which is also Brazil and South American countries, so that when they go on the website, they'll actually be able to read the information and get an understanding. But on top of that, we actually have just got 40 new influencers just for Brazil to mass market over in South America. And this is what we'll be doing worldwide, because for us, we are very, very good marketers. Like we said, we sold our pre-sale out in 5 days. But it's about being transparent and helping other countries understand what we are here to do, what we are here to show, and actually thinking about the bigger picture. For instance, in around about 2 weeks, maybe even a bit less now, we actually have 400 KOLs plus going live at the same time. And this is going to promote on other exchanges, other games, other YouTube channels, Instagram, other social networks, so that we can mass adopt at the correct time, but worldwide.
Wow, that's amazing, sir. I think Pikamoon will be to the moon. I am holding right now Pika tokens. I'm not selling it or anything.
Exactly.
Because,
that's a very good decision, my friend. I can assure you of that.
So, sir, for my final question, where do you see this project in 2025 or in the future? Do you think it will be better than currently right now, or what's your thoughts? And that's my final question. Yeah.
Of course. So, for instance, from my perspective, it's very easy to say it's going to be the best. Now, talk is very much cheap, and building will show the way. But what I do want to say is we have been transparent in every single sector up till now. We wanted to sell out the pre-sale, we did. We wanted to sell out our full NFT collection, we did. We wanted to bring a beta out before our pre-sale finished, we did. We wanted to bring free exchanges on launch, we did. And we are currently trading on BitGet, Mexi and Uniswap. But we will not stop here. We continue to build, and with our current game development company, we want to be the next Google, but in crypto. So this is the sort of thing that we are trying to do. And with Pikamoon as the face, as the nutshell game, the AAA game, which is going to elevate in every single aspect. Imagine if Fortnite, Call of Duty or FIFA was currently in Web3. They would be miles above the sandbox. They would be miles above Axie Infinity. They'll be miles above Illuvium. And that is the narrative we are going down. Build the best Web2 game possible, but put it into a Web3 environment. So in 2025, I wouldn't be surprised if we are talking yet again in the future, but we are already there. And this is obviously just us pre-planning now and giving as much alpha to as many people as possible so that they join us on this journey and are there with us when we reach those heights. So who knows where we go, but in my eyes, let's head for 10 billion, 20 billion, not financial advice, but you never know where we can go if your dreams do come true, and we will not stop here.
All right, sir. Pikamoon to the moon.
Pikamoon to the moon. Let's go.
Go. Sir, thank you so much for your time, guys. If you have any questions, comment down below. Like the video. Of course, share this to your friends. Share this to your groups. And, of course, we want to thank Mr. Nix, the co-founder of Pikamoon, and Veridox, as you can see. So what are you waiting for, guys? Check the website now. It will be on the description below. Danjocapitalmaster, guys. NFT King. Have a nice day. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. Goodbye.